My name was Zainab, and my life was a story that began with new tests every moment. I lived in a small neighborhood where every house's wall seemed to be listening to my story. After my mother and father passed away, my aunt gave me shelter in her house. But that shelter was no less than a conspiracy. One evening, when I was sitting in the courtyard of the house with a small sheet, the aunt looked at me with sharp eyes and said, "Zainab, whose child are you hiding?" There was so much poison in her voice that my breath stopped. With trembling lips, I said, "Auntie, by Allah, I am innocent." But there was neither mercy nor belief on her face. She made a spectacle of my honor in front of the neighborhood. That incident, which the people of the neighborhood made a stain on my life, was only that I had fainted due to hunger and weakness after a school function. When I regained consciousness, I was in the office of a school teacher where they had given me water to drink. Just this small matter became an accusation against my honor for the people of the neighborhood. Auntie took advantage of this opportunity and kicked me out of the house. "Get out. You are a burden to this house." His voice was echoing in my ears when I, barefoot, with an old bag and a sheet, was standing on the road. The people of the neighborhood were peeking from the doors, some with hateful eyes, some with longing, and some to watch the spectacle. My soul was trembling, and there was only one prayer in my heart. Ya Allah, mayes nikal. Days and nights began to pass wandering on the streets. Hunger and cold stormed my body. One night, when I was sitting on the edge of an empty field, a strange voice startled me. Some shadows were moving in the dark. The heart began to pound, and I wrapped my sheet tighter. I had made a small hut from pieces of tarpaulin, but the rain had soaked it too. In the silence of the night, a voice echoed, "Who is there?" My breath stopped. A man, in whose hands was an iron rod, was walking towards me. There was a strange smile on his face, which was increasing the fear. I closed my eyes and started praying in my heart, "Ya Allah, protect me." That man came closer and said, "Are you hungry? Come with me. You'll get food and work too." There was a strange softness in his voice, but deceit in his eyes. Hunger had clouded my senses, and I agreed to his words. He sat me in an old van and took me to a corner of the city. There was a big mansion whose walls were dilapidated, and from every room dripped a strange silence. There was a woman there whose face was stern and whose eyes were sharp. She looked at me once and said to her man, "She will be useful." I thought maybe I would get housework, but there was a restlessness in my heart. On the first day, I was given the job of washing dishes and cleaning. I kept working silently, but every moment I feel like someone is staring at me. At night, when I lay in the small room, a strange voice woke me up. The sound of some people talking was coming from the veranda of the mansion. I went to the veranda on tiptoe and started listening secretly. That woman and man were talking. "Keep her here a little longer. She is still innocent. She will get trapped easily," the woman said. My soul trembled. Now everything was clear. This mansion was not a place to work. It was a dirty trap in which I was being ensnared. A storm arose in my heart. I decided that I had to get out of here, no matter what. The next night, when everyone was asleep, I took my sheet and walked towards the door of the mansion on tiptoe. The door was slightly open. My heartbeat was so fast that it felt like everyone would wake up now. I opened the door with a jerk and ran onto the road. I heard someone screaming from behind. but I didn't look back. Barefoot, the pebbles on the road injured my feet, but I kept running. The city streets were a maze, but I just kept running until my breath gave out. I stopped near an old mosque and took a breath. Sitting in the shadow of the mosque's minaret, I wiped away my tears. Hunger, cold, and fear had surrounded me. But in my heart, there was a small hope that Allah would protect me. As soon as morning came, a Maulvi Sahab from the mosque saw me. There was compassion in his eyes. They took me to their home, where his wife embraced me like her daughter. They gave me a small room and said, "You are safe here, daughter." While living in their home, I started working in a madrasa, teaching children the Quran, spending time with their innocent smiles. This has become a new purpose in my life. But one day, when I was in the madrasa, an old shadow appeared before me again. The same man who had taken me to the mansion was standing at the door of the madrasa. Usne Maulvi Sahab se kaha, "Ye ladki meri hai, ise wapas do." He said to the Maulvi Sahab, "This girl is mine. Give her back. Meri san sein ruk khai, aur dil mein ek Toofan sa uta." My breath stopped and a storm arose in my heart. Magar Maulvi Sahab ne sahle ye main kaha, "Ye Allah ke ghar ki amanat hai." But the Maulvi Sahab said in a harsh tone, "This is a trust of Allah's house. Jao yahan se, warna anjam acha nahi hoga." Go from here, otherwise the outcome will not be good. That man went back in anger, and I kept crying sitting there. Maulvi Sahab consoled me. "Daughter, as long as Allah is there, no one can harm you." After that day, a new determination arose in my life. I made the decision that I would complete my education, work at the madrasa during the day, and study at a small educational institution at night. The body was tired, but the heart did not give up. 2 years later, I obtained my degree and became a teacher in a small school. Children's faces, their innocent eyes, and their smiles have become the light of my life. I have left behind the shadow of my past, and with my hard work, I have built a new world. Now, every night in my small room, I watch videos from the FunnyFun2 Islamic Channel. Your videos of Quran recitation and life lessons give peace to my soul. With every video, I pray that Allah protects me and keeps me steadfast in my honor. I request all my friends to subscribe to the FunnyFun2 Islamic Channel, like the videos, share them, and express their thoughts in the comments. This channel is a light for every person like me who wants to come out of the darkness of life.